So guys, welcome back. Nate with 4Runner Lifestyle. Today we're going to be introducing our new product. It's the front and rear replacement for that ugly Valence. So as of right now, you have the option to either rock the ugly silver Valence, or as you can see here, we plasti dipped it and it lasted a solid month and a half. And so today we're just going to go over that super quick and easy install of how you can do this full replacement on your Toyota 4Runner. So a lot of people ask why not paint or plasti dip it, and we're going to show you why. So as you can see here, we intentionally just did a little scratch with just our fingernails, and it came up super quick. But then obviously you can see through the month or so of road driving and trails that it just specced off super easy. So this is going to be a full replacement, and it's a matte black color, and it's a super quick and easy install. This is what the rear looks like, and obviously this Valence comes only on certain trims, but this is the same color what it looks like on the front. And so this full replacement is gonna completely remove this and the front one and make it just flat matte black. So this is the new product. It's like I said, it's gonna be a full replacement, and because of this, the quality and the matte black of this, you're not gonna get that same chipping and scraping that we did with the plasti dip. So for today's install, you're going to need a 10mm ratchet, a flat head, and then we just have a plastic pry tool. And so what we're going to be using for this is there's a plastic air damp underneath that you'll need to get to, and that has 6 bolts that you'll take off with the 10mm, and then from there you'll be able to reach the 13 clips that are holding that Valence in. So next, since we're not going to be actually taking off the full front bumper and we're just going to be accessing it underneath, we're going to get the ratchet and we're going to take off these 6 bolts with this plastic air damp, and so that way we can be able to reach up behind the Valence and just pop off the 13 clips. All right, so then you just take the air damp off, toss that aside, and then now we have access to all of the 13 clips that we're going to take out for the Valence. So obviously it's big enough space to where I can get my hands up and can get those out, but obviously not big enough for the camera. So we're going to put our phone up there and give you guys a better look. But essentially we're going to have a clip right here on this side and another one on the other side next to these 2 bolts, and then the rest of them are going to be up a little bit higher, and we'll show you that in a second. Those plastic clips, you can kind of use the new Valence you're going to get as a guide. So you'll see on these, that's where all the clips go in, and then it's going to be the exact same thing, so you'll be able to find those easily. Okay, so this is what it looks like in the clip. So then to get that out, you're just going to be pushing down, and it pops out just like that. So this is the clip. What you're going to do is just press down right there and then pull it right out. That's super simple. So we got all the clips out. Honestly, the hardest ones were the ones that were kind of tucked behind the crash bar on either side, but I was able to just use my finger and clip it out. I will say, if you think you kind of half got it and you're still trying to get it off with just your hands, you probably just need to push it back in and then redo it, because it's kind of, you have to just get it in like one full force. Okay, and then you just take off the Valence after you got all the clips off, just like that. So you should have 13 clips, and so we're just gonna pop these back on, and then we'll show you the final results. So now we're just gonna start from the bottom and work our way up and put the clips back in. All right, we got it all back on. put all the clips back in. It's a lot easier putting them in than obviously taking them out. But now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to move on over to the rear and get that one replaced. Okay, so moving back to the rear, we will have to take off the rear bumper, but for this Valence, it's kind of the same idea with a few clips and a few 10mm bolts that we'll have to use to uninstall this. But let's take a look at what we have to take off as far as the bumper goes. Okay, so you're going to pop up the hatch. We're going to be taking off this piece and removing these bolts with a 10mm, and then 2 up here, and then we're going to move over to the side, and you've got a 10mm bolt right here, and then you'll use your flathead for a lot of these clips, and then it should just pop right off. So we use the 10mm to take out all of the 8 bolts, and then we use a flathead to pry this piece off. Then you'll have 2 more 10mm bolts on the bottom side, and then we'll move over to the wheel well. So then there's another 2 bolts on the underside right here, and then 1 clip, and then we'll be looking at 2 bolts and some other clips that we'll get out with the flathead. Okay, so now that we have all of the bolts out as well as the clips, you can just work your way around the bumper. Kind of have to give it a little strength and you won't break it. All right, now that we got the rear bumper off, we'll just set it aside and we'll take a look at this Valence. So from here, you just have these 2 little clips that we'll use with a flathead, and then either just your fingers or you can use a flathead to get all of these white clips off, and then the Valence will just pop right off. All right, so now that we got all the clips out, you just pop the Valence right out. There we go. All right, so next we got our new sweet blacked out Valence. So we're just gonna replace that where all of the slots are, and then we're just gonna put the clips back in, and then you're good to go. Okay, so we got all of the clips and 2 pins put just right where it was before, and now you'll just reinstall the rear bumper. So we finished up putting everything on the rear bumper, so we're going to move over. This is our arc mud flap delete. So if you're going to be taking these off anyways, you might as well go and take a look at these. Gets rid of the mud flap that comes stock on the Toyota 4Runner. All right, now that we got that all done, the blackout Valence looks super sweet. Okay, so that's the front and rear replacements for that super ugly silver Valence. that Toyota for some reason put on the 4Runner. So since they're not going to fix the problem, we went ahead and did. If you want to check these out, hit up the link in the bio. If you want to check out those ARC mudflap deletes as well, since you're already going to be messing with those, we'll link that down below as well. And then of course this sick Toyota hoodie. Any questions, things that we forgot, comments, feel free to leave them down below. But thanks for watching.